Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to cover one of the small market cap gems that, in my opinion, has an incredibly high potential to grow by the end of this bull run. And this project is called Vfaa or VAI token. Again, this is not the same token from the Venus network on the Binance Smart Chain. So please bear that in mind. This token is pronounced as VAIOT. It's Vfaa and the ticker symbol is VAI, right? Again, as always guys, please do your own research before you invest in this project, and I suggest you guys to go to their website vaiot.ai in order to learn more about this project, right? So what is Vfaa? So their main kicker, statement is intelligence services empowered by the first VFAA regulated digital asset, right? So what is VFAA? So when I googled VFAA, it's basically the Malta Virtual Financial Assets Act, or VFAA, is the law which aims to provide protections for cryptocurrency users, all while strengthening token issuers and other industry players. In addition to issuers, the VFAA stipulates how such entities as exchanges, wallet providers, and ICO listing platforms would be regulated. So basically, VFAA is a Malta-based regulatory body, and they have regulated Vfaa, right? So that's a very important point to keep in mind. The reason is not a lot of cryptocurrencies are favored by regulators, especially when it comes to security as well as ICO listing and several other like issuance. There are regulators who are strongly opposed to cryptocurrencies such as even Bitcoin and Ethereum in this world. And in the world of skeptical regulators, this project being empowered, this project being like the first VFA regulated digital asset is definitely a big plus, which means it's obviously a legit project, right? So that's something that we can get out of our mind. And if you read above that, it says AI developed in cooperation with IBM. So right off the bat, the first two sentences that we read from their website is extremely positive information about this project, right? Not only is it VFAA regulated, which is a Malta-based regulatory body that has approved Vfaa, they are also an AI, they claim to be a decentralized AI that is developed in cooperation with IBM. And IBM, if you guys don't know, is one of the biggest computer players in the world, and being partnered with IBM is a huge deal. So right off the bat, these two sentences instill confidence in investors for the legitimacy of this project. So they also have a very cool website with a lot of graphics and all that. So let's dive deep into what Vfaa is, right? Vfaa offers a portfolio of blockchain-based AI assistants for businesses and consumers to provide automated services and transactions faster, easier, and affordable. Learn more about Vfaa. So basically, Vfaa is a service that offers a portfolio of blockchain-based AI assistants. So you have a platform which has smart contract functionalities, and that smart contract functionalities provides AI-based support, AI-based assistance to businesses and consumers. So two different categories of customers that they're targeting to provide automated services and transactions. So that's basically what Vfaa is all about. It's a network or a blockchain that contains AI-based assistance that helps regular customers such as you and I, as well as big businesses, in order to ensure that there is automated services and transactions in the blockchain. And it's a obviously faster and easier and affordable option compared to several existing platforms right now. And the native token is the VAI token, and on their website, if you click the blue button to buy VAI, it will kind of take you to the Uniswap page. You can also stake this token as well, right? So they are also featured, just like many other big projects, they're featured in investing.com, CoinDesk, NASDAQ, as well as Cointelegraph and several other big names. The fact of the matter is they're also like featured in NASDAQ, which is something which is a very key component, because NASDAQ being one of the biggest stock exchanges in the US, featuring this project is a huge deal. And again, Nasdaq is obviously going to bring in traditional stock investors into crypto, especially with the recent Coinbase listing, which, if you guys don't know, I have made a video yesterday, which you guys check it from. You can check it from my channel. So again, with more and more institutions coming into the cryptocurrency space, these kind of regulatory compliance, as well as their partnership with IBM and them being featured on Nasdaq, is a very important feature for this project, right? Weight value proposition. So what is Weight going to provide as a service in order to solve? What kind of problem is it going to solve in the real life scenario, right? So curious to what Weight is all about. They have an excellent video explainer that you guys can obviously check out to see what Weight provides. Again, it's basically an AI-based service that they're providing for businesses and consumers in order to enable better transactions as well as quick transactions, right? With a very little fees as well as high transaction speeds, which is very important for the current day and age. And the practical applications. So what are the main practical applications of the Weight project? Learn about Weight use cases. So basically, the legal assistant, combining blockchain, the concept of smart contracts, and AI, focusing on both contract analysis and automatic creation of ready to sign traditional contracts and their digital equivalents, right? So if you take legal systems, for example, if you have been through any legal process, you can obviously see there's a lot of rules and there's a lot of processes that needs to be done, and there's tons of paperwork involved usually, and you'd obviously have to pay a lawyer, which is also a much more cost inefficient process, because there are good lawyers and there are bad lawyers, and if you choose a bad lawyer, you kind of end up getting drained way more quickly, and whatever you're trying to achieve through that lawyer may not necessarily happen in your favor, right? So Weight tries to solve that problem. What they do is, since they have blockchain technology, which is a very advanced technology that we have currently, combined with artificial intelligence, which is AI, which is also one of the most advanced technologies in the technology space. By combining the best out of both worlds, we are kind of getting a system that can be used in smart contract based ecosystems to analyze and create ready to sign documents, traditional contracts, again any form of legal, marriage, divorce, everything, right? Any form of contracts, and their digital equivalent. So that's pretty much what Weight is planning to do, is planning to create digital versions of the legal system in a smart contract platform that combines the best world of both blockchain technology as well as artificial intelligence, right? And here they are stating that it's coming soon. Although there's a spelling error in coming. So again, even for a good quality project, you can obviously expect some form of spelling mistakes here and there, right? So, but I wouldn't really use that as a reason to judge this project. The Broker, an AI-driven solution that uses our AI assistance interface to allow for the aggregation of products and services and distributes them to customers or consumers through highly personalized offers and recommendations, right? So so if you see, they are basically using their AI-based compatibility in order to assist or provide AI assistance to interface to allow for the aggregation of products and services that distributes them to consumers through highly professionalized, personalized offers and recommendations. So they basically offer blockchain-based brokerage services, right, through their AI-based system, which is also pretty cool. You can also use their service as a blockchain-based merchant service, and AI assistant as a new digital channel for buying services and conducting instant transactions, providing consumers with easier, faster, and more affordable ways to access services offered by various businesses, right? Again, you can obviously be a digital merchant by its services, and some of the recent live updates that they have is Vet AI Assistant Beta Testing Round 2 is now live. So you guys can obviously use this feature and test out their virtual assistant, which uses AI technology in order to kind of like test out and see how the feel is. It's similar to Siri, so that's something that most people who are already using Siri or Alexa from Amazon would kind of like be familiar with, right? The beta version of our intelligent sales assistant presenting our first business line is ready. So again, their intelligent sales assistant, which is basically based on their blockchain technology itself, is presenting had presented their first business line, and that's something that anybody can see right now. Currently, we are running the second round of beta testing with our community members. Again, they're doing the second round currently. After a lengthy screening process, we have selected 100 participants to try out our solution and provide us with feedback. Our most active testers will be rewarded with Y tokens, right? So again, if you guys want to participate right now, it's still live. It's something that you guys can test out and maybe be eligible, to win some free Y tokens, right? You can click the learn more button in order to learn more about this project. So Wyatt pros, invest in Wyatt today. So regulated, audited and transparent. Again, as like any project that is highly regulated and any project that is extremely audited and transparent, this project aims to provide utmost transparency. It aims to be compliant with the regulators as well as it's strictly audited, and that's a really good thing. Why tokens are regulated as virtual financial assets, right? Our company, the project and the token offering itself were audited several times, verified and approved by Grant Thornton and Malta Financial Services Authority, or MFSA, according to the Virtual Financial Assets Act. We have deliberately opted for a regulated environment to offer our investors the necessary security, right? So here they're basically stating how transparent they are and how rigorously audited their project is, as well as how they aim to remain compliant, and they're also compliant with the MFSA, which is the Malta Financial Services Authority, which is really cool. And the reason for them to be specifically aligned with the auditors is to they have deliberately opted for this feature because they want to ensure that their investors have the necessary security in order to kind of trust this project and invest in it comfortably, right? So that's a very important the thing that all projects should kind of like try to do, so that the mainstream adoption becomes more and more quicker, right? Real use cases for both businesses and consumers. Our intelligent virtual assistants will enable you to buy products and services such as insurance or conclude transactions backed by legal contract via a simple natural user interface anywhere, anytime. They will serve businesses as innovative services, distribution channels, and individuals as personal assistants for acquiring services, including legal services and contracts. We currently focus on the insurance and legal sectors. However, the applications are infinite, right? Again, there's numerous applications. There's so many things to break down, but I'll just summarize what this basically says. Their intelligent virtual assistants, which is basically their artificial intelligence based, systems that they have, will help people to buy products and services such as insurance and conclude transactions backed by a legal contract via a simple natural user interface. So by using their user interface, you'll be able to pretty much buy an insurance in a decentralized way, as well as conclude transactions that are backed by a legal entity in a completely regulated as well as transparent manner. And this can be done pretty much anywhere and anytime, and they will basically use their innovative service to provide legal services as well as contracts, right? It's again a very important use case. They're basically starting off with these kind of minor use cases, but the applications for this AI based blockchain service is completely infinite, right? Solutions developed with tech giants. So they are basically developing solutions with tech giants. We combine AI and blockchain to create innovative solutions, allowing us to take what's best for both technologies. Our proof of concept was done jointly with our partner IBM based on their battle-tested IBM Watson. It allowed our developers to move swiftly to further stages of development process and accelerated our path to a market-ready solution. Again, here they're talking about some of the big partnerships that they're doing with IBM and how that is helping them provide solutions in the real world using their partnerships with tech giants, and that's something that's very interesting and very important. Software beta release, so they have obviously released their beta. I'm not going to cover everything in detail because there's a whole bunch of points that we have to cover. So all you need to know is basically they have released their beta, and obviously you guys can test it out right now. It's important that they get feedback from the community so that they can kind of see what they need to improve. Token utility, this is something that we'll kind of like dig deep into, because token utility is something that we would have to know before investing in a particular project, right? We have designed the token economy to enable the token's natural flow within varied solutions, which is visible in the payback program, right? We also aim to mitigate the risks associated with the price volatility with Wayet's value assurance system. With Wayet's token economy, the end user doesn't need to know anything about the underlying technology or tokens to benefit from it while still positively influencing the network. So there are a whole bunch of things that we need to break down. I'll quickly break this down and I'll cover the next point quickly. So what they've basically done is they've basically designed their token economy to enable the token's natural flow within the Wayet solutions, right? So they want the token to flow seamlessly within their own network. This, which is visible in the payback program. Again, there is a staking mechanism where you will be rewarded with the Y token, and I believe this is referring to that. We also aim to mitigate the risks associated with the price volatility with Wayet's value assurance system. So they basically have a system called as the Wayet's value assurance system, which they claim will mitigate price volatility. So it will be interesting to see how that will work. With Wayet's token economy, the end user doesn't need to know anything about the underlying technology or tokens to benefit from it while still positively influencing the network. So you are able to use their token and without even knowing its functionality, you're able to positively influence the project because of their tokens utility, right? Which is very interesting. Strong team and partners, again, just like any other successful projects, this project also has a strong team, and they also have some really good partners. Again, you guys can read through this here. IBM is one of their biggest partners. They also have partnerships with Grant Thornton and Reblond, right? So this is their app that they have, and it's kind of like this smart AI, similar to Siri, as I mentioned before, or Google Assistant, right? And this is something that they will use to provide some really high quality legal as well as merchant based services, right? So they're basically here talking about how their project is going to solve some key problems. Again, something that we've already discussed: virtual AI, legal assistant, AI-backed digital services, distribution channel, and there's also some of the key services that they currently have that they're offering to their business clients as well as regular users like you and I. Again, here's some more information about their technology powered by IBM Watson. Again, something that we already know. They also have like a video of how Wayet speaking about at the IBM data and AI virtual forum is presented here as well. The token allocation is something that we need to dig deep into. So AI tokens hold the regulatory status of virtual financial assets, the first ever regulated project in Malta. Again, something that you already seen before. The Y token is the digital currency of the Wayet's platform, set to incentivize users to utilize Wayet's solutions through systems like the payback program. Again, something that we already covered, which is fueled by Wise and is crucial for the functionality of the underlying VAIBC technology, right? So if you see what is Y used for, Y is a token in the Wayet's platform, and it's basically used for payback bonus after a purchase is completed by the user in one of Wayet's solutions. So if you complete a purchase, you'll basically get a payback or a cash back kind of program paid out in Y tokens. Payment method for goods and services offered via Wayet's solutions. Again, you can use it to pay services via Wayet's solutions. rewards for nodes securing the network, so you can use it as a reward for securing the nodes, collateral for price stabilizing system, deposit and weights bonding system to access certain functionalities or use them in preferential terms. Again, you can use it for multiple deposits within the weights bonding system. You can use it as a unit of account for transaction fees and intelligent contract execution, right? So that's also a pretty good use cases. Again, you can clearly see that the token distribution between the team, again 15%, token sale is 32%, advisor 6%, ecosystem 10%, and staking rewards is 25%, while the partners receive 12%, right? It will be interesting to see their vesting schedules, which you can also find from their website. So again, it was also a part of the DAO Maker, which is another project that we'll cover in our channel pretty soon, which is a launchpad platform. And this project was listed in their strong holder offering very recently, and that's something that garnered a lot of attention. You can also see some of the other partners. They are also working very closely with these projects as well, and that's pretty much it. You can also see some of their team members here and access other information as a part of your own research, right? So let's go to the CoinGecko page for VET or Y token. It's currently ranked 1009th by market cap on CoinGecko, and it's currently trading at $2.27 with a 0.6% reduction in the past 24 hours. Again, a small dip. The project is only worth $11.4 million in market cap, which is extremely low for a high quality project that aims to offer its blockchain based AI services for not only legal as well as merchant applications, but for several applications coming in the future, right? While the one of the least favorite characteristics of this token is basically its max supply, because it has 400 million tokens as max supply, while there's only 5 million of the token in circulation. So expect some short-term inflation, but again, just like any other project, this project is also going to have a little bit of a price slumping in the short term because of its extremely low circulating supply in relation to its extremely high max supply, which is something that this project is not really famous for. If you take the charts, for example, you can clearly see that the token was initially trading at about $2, and then it kind of dipped down mid of February 2020 and reached an almost a low point of about 39 cents per token, and then it's kind of like moved sideways for a bit before actually pumping up from $1.34 all the way till close to being $3.13 in that range, which being the all-time high. And then it kind of crashed back down, reached $1.98, and then went back up, and then now it's kind of like crashed after the first week of April, and then now it's kind of trading at $2.28, right? If you're looking to buy this token, obviously after your own research, I suggest you to buy this token at this price point. Again, not financial advice. If it were me, I would obviously buy this token at this price. I'm just trying to accumulate some capital, right? If you see the Bitcoin comparative, again, you can clearly see the pattern being similar, but you can see that the Bitcoin comparative is much less pronounced compared to the dollar comparative. That's also because of the fact that Bitcoin itself has been doing really well since early this year. And if you take the Ethereum comparative, if you had bought this token using Ethereum, you probably would have made some really good gains in Ethereum compared to Bitcoin comparative, because it did pump like crazy early April when the token reached an all-time highs. That's when the Ethereum comparative is kind of like the highest valued, right? That's also because of the fact that Ethereum itself has been kind of like slumping down. So that's something that we were noticing in and around the late period of March, early April. But now, since Ethereum is pumping, this token is kind of like declining with regards to the Ethereum comparative as well, right? So let's look at the markets. You can obviously buy this token from Uniswap. You can also buy it from KuCoin, which is a centralized exchange. You can also get it from Gate.io using ETH or USDT. But I would probably stick with KuCoin because Uniswap has very high fees, and Gate.io, I wouldn't really trust that exchange. But if you guys already have use Gate.io, I wouldn't really hesitate to use it, right? But KuCoin would be my personal first preference, but again, not financial advice, right? So what's my verdict on this token? I believe that this token is one of the lowly recognized project, which has an incredible potential in the long run as well as in the short run. You can clearly see that the market cap is extremely undervalued, although the tokenomics are a little bit questionable, and at the same time, if you see the circulating supply being extremely low compared to the max supply, you can expect some price slumping, but that's just like any other project. I would personally buy a decent bag of this token, but if you want to buy this bag, please do your own research. And I do believe that this project has an extremely high potential, not only because it's extremely regulator friendly, but also working with some really big partners like IBM, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.